Oh, was that countdown like for us to be live?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's your countdown. That was your morning.
Jeez.
3, 2, 1, bam.
We in it. I like it. I like that.
We're going in hot. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TryHard's Certified. Welcome into the first episode of our podcast, which is the TryHard's COOLDOWN. How's everybody doing today? I want to give a big shout out to the team and let everybody come in and do intros. So we'll start with the man, the legend himself, Alex. I'll let you be the first to do the intro.
Yes, sir.
So you'll be first, and we'll go in a row.
What's up, everyone? How's it going today? We're excited to kick off TryHard COOLDOWN for you, and I'm Alex. Very nice to meet everyone in the chat.
What game are you currently playing right now?
Right now, I am playing a lot of Valorant. I've been a Valorant obsessed person lately.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey. Okay. We'll go up next to Derrell. Derrell, I want you to introduce yourself and tell us what game you're playing.
What order are you going in?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just kind of picking. I'm just seeing somebody. I'm picking somebody.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Derrell. I'm currently playing God of War. That's it. I'm hooked on that shit right now, and so
Beautiful.
bada bing.
And if you guys missed it on Tuesday, Derrell actually played God of War for the first time. You can catch the VOD still on our Twitch for a couple of days, and then it goes away because of Twitch rules. But you can also find the full VOD on our YouTube channel as well, which is youtube.com/TryHard Certified. If you want to see Derrell play, he killed it. He crushed it. Derrell, how far are you into God of War since Tuesday?
So I've only played once since Tuesday because I had to go back. But I'm not that much further in. I feel like I got about 5 hours of gameplay in there. Playing on God mode. And so I'm trying to think without spoiling anything. Where am I? I just discovered the bigger world of this game. Yeah, I see the vision. They just laid out the whole outline, and I'm like, all right. So that's what we're about to do. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, he was trying to make sure he didn't spoil anything on that. I saw the vision. I saw where you're going with that.
Very careful. That's good.
Yeah, as Campo says, Kratos is OP, bro. Yo, he was OP, but Thor was looking OP, and there's a clip going around on our social channels of Derrell playing against Thor, and that was
intense moment.
Very intense moment.
Honestly, I'm keeping a stack with you. Is it a spoiler? All right, I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay, he's gonna hold. We'll save that for another podcast. Probably a couple weeks. We do the next ones. And then last but not least, my second in command, Veronika. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
Hello, I'm Veronika, and I do TryHard things. But yeah, I'm excited for this podcast because we've been talking about this since I probably joined, which was like 3 years ago. So it's kind of cool to see this like finally come to life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm literally only wrong, because I was only playing Overwatch 2, but Pokemon just came out, so I'm on that Pokemon grind. I'm trying to become a Pokemon master. But yeah.
What's your starter?
I got the grass type this time instead of I usually got water types. So yeah, it's the cat. Sprigatito. That's the cat.
Shout out to the cat. I see the vision. That's one time.
Yeah.
One time for the cat. I see it.
So yeah, I named it after my cat actually.
Zuko.
Friend Zuko. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dang, one Zuko about to be on the show.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We need a Zuko appearance wherever he is. We need to have him on the appearance. And yeah, so Veronika's been playing some Pokemon, and then last but not least, I'm Howie. I am the lead editor for TryHard. You've seen me on TryHard Plays. You've seen me doing TryHard stuff for so long now. Like Veronika said, we've been trying to get this thing going since probably 2018, which is when I joined. That was when we first talked about doing a podcast. So it's been a long time in the works for us to finally get down and make it happen. So thank you so much for everybody that's tuning in today. I see you, G. I see you, Campo. Thank you guys so much for joining in. The game that I am playing right now. So talking about this in our little pre-show that we were doing. I'm kind of all over the place with my games right now. Last night, no. I don't finish games. That's the problem I'm having. I don't finish them. I play them sometimes and I finish them never. That is
I have the same issue, Howie.
Yeah, right. Because I was like, bro, I started Horizon this year. I started Demon Souls again. I started God of War again. I haven't finished Final Fantasy X still, and I've been playing that for a minute. I was like, I have so many games that I've been starting and haven't finished. But right now, I played Fortnite last night because I'm trying to get my Battle Pass up before the season ends. Ooh. So I played Overwatch 2. I played Warzone yesterday, and I've been playing Modern Warfare 2. And I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 online. And I still haven't finished Final Fantasy X yet. And those are like the games that I have been in my rotation, and it's really bad. So I'm down in horrendous with my games right now at the moment.
It really be like that, honestly.
It do. It's this time of the year too. Like, it's when all of the new games are coming out, so you're like, okay, shoot, I gotta catch up on, all these games before this one comes out. And so many games I'm having an issue with. But as kind of our first topic today too, we're gonna be talking about a lot of the recent games that came out in the last 6 weeks or so. There's been a lot of incredible games, which has been great because I feel like 2022, you guys can also chime in on this too. I feel like 2022 has been weird with games because I think that there was a lot of expectations for games to come out and they got pushed back, like Starfield and Hogwarts Legacy and some of these big heavy hitters. So we're down to like just a few heavy hitters that came out this year. So I don't know if you guys felt the same about 2022 at all with gaming.
I'm gonna say yes, because I think everyone was expecting also like Legend of Zelda to come out this year too, right? And that was another one that got pushed. Yeah.
I mean, literally so many games. I think Suicide Squad also supposed to come out this year, got pushed back. Yeah. So many games got pushed back, but luckily we've had some games come out recently that has helped kind of ease the pain a little bit of losing some of these games in 2023. So we have like a list of games that just came out, and I want to throw this one to Veronika to talk about first because this is a game that is very near and dear to her heart, and for years since she's joined in, I've memed her about, and now it's like, wow, I've been playing this game a lot. But that is this game you're going to see playing right now, which is Overwatch 2. Veronika, can you talk a little about Overwatch 2, kind of give your thoughts about it and all that jazz?
Okay, so Overwatch 2 has been out for like about a month, a little over a month now, I think. They did a lot with this game. Like, they reworked a lot of like characters, which has been like very interesting, and they also took away one person on each team. So instead of a 6v6, it's now 5v5. There's been kind of like interesting and definitely something to like get used to, you know what I mean? Like when you're playing the game again. It's been a very interesting couple weeks because we've quickly been seeing that there's this one specific character that's a little too strong. But Blizzard has like explicitly said they have no plans to change her or to nerf her. It's very interesting.
Very interesting, Blizzard. Okay.
I have some thoughts about that, but I'm gonna hold back right now. It's been like pretty fun, honestly, but I'm not sure if I feel this way because it's new content after so like 3 years, like so long, like more 2 years actually, but or that it's like good, you know what I mean? Because we haven't had like a new support hero in all this time too. We haven't had new maps in all this time. We have a new game mode, right? It's called Push, which took place of 2CP, which everyone was like complaining about, but like I feel like it's just as bad, if not worse, than the old game mode. So yeah. Like, I don't know if these changes are like the best. But I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. They also added a battle pass, which I know Howie you've played. I'm not sure how far are you in the battle pass?
So I for weirdly enough, I thought I've played a lot of Overwatch 2, but I guess I haven't played enough. I'm only level 44 on the battle pass. So I'm going to try to catch up before the end of the season, but It's weird. I feel like I've played a lot more than what my battle pass level seems. So I don't know.
Did you also buy the battle pass?
I did buy it.
Okay. So what's funny is like you've been playing a bit, right? And you feel like you should be higher. This is with the battle pass's 20% EXP bonus. So now imagine where you would be if you didn't have that. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
and so something that I was kind of like concerned about is the fact that I am, I think, level 170 something, and there's 200 levels in total. But after, when you hit 80 is like the official end of the battle. Sorry, the 80 is the end of the battle pass with like all the cosmetics and blah blah blah. And then after that you get the prestige levels, which you get like player title cards, like name cards, and that goes up to 200. So I'm like 25 away from being done, right? And I'm playing like a lot more than I think I've ever played. So like, how are people who either don't buy the battle pass or don't play as much as me, right? Like, how are they going to complete everything at, you know, like a normal speed? Because I'm thinking of Fortnite, and like I could complete that like easy, you know what I mean? Like get to level 100, like it'll take a bit, but like I feel like I have to grind so much in Overwatch. It's like kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, and speaking of that, because whenever I hear Battle Pass, I always think of Fortnite's Battle Pass. Because like I said, I've been playing the last couple of days to get my Battle Pass level up. I think last night I was level 27 on the Battle Pass of Fortnite, and I got level 60 and only played like 2 or 3 hours. So I got up to level 60 on the pass, and that's just like since doing all the challenges, playing the matches. You even like if you're playing like the creative mode matches too, like you get XP for that. So I don't know what it is, but it seems like Fortnite's Battle Pass always does it the best out of everybody's. You get XP and they kind of reward you for your time. While I'll say with Overwatch, I'll give them slack for this first season because it's their first time doing one. So I think they're going to take the feedback and they're going to be like, okay, well, we'll increase the XP or give you some more bang for your buck with it. But yeah, it's super weird to think that people are putting in a lot of hours Overwatch 2, and some of them are just maybe getting past 80 or getting deeper into the battle pass now, which is absurd to think about for the amount of time people put into the game. So that's very interesting to think about and note. But I'm working to get there. Hopefully by end of the season, we'll have to see if I make it in time. But I want to get to the Mythic skin. So
yeah, it's a nice skin. Like, shout out to Fortnite, honestly, because like I am comparing it a lot to Fortnite, I think, in terms of like my experience with the battle pass. Like, Fortnite's battle passes have been so rewarding, and this one not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what do you think they could do to make the battle pass more rewarding the next season?
I feel like they need to, definitely the EXP thing is like a big concern in my opinion. They gotta do something with that. And also I think this one doesn't give you currency back. Unlike Fortnite and Apex, even, you get some currency, even if it's not to buy the battle pass again. I know in Fortnite you get enough to buy the battle pass again. Which
Oh
is,
my
like, so
god,
amazing.
that's yo. Even in Apex, you get a little bit of plus.
You
They
get,
do-
you get a little bit.
a little
You get
bit
a little
of
bit.
plus.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
they give you nothing. And also you get the in-game currency. We have two right now. I don't know if you knew this, Derrell, but we have the old one, right? The old currency that everyone was like racking up from the old game Overwatch 1, and then we have Overwatch 2 currency, and this one you have to buy. You can't earn it anyway, you have to buy it, but you can earn 60, I think, a week by doing like challenges or whatever, but it's like it's capped at 60 a week. So you have
I still have to spend money, and then
You have to
I
spend more money.
for the opportunity to get money.
you can, so the 60 is free,
Oh.
right? The 60 is free, but it's capped at 60. You can only get 60, and let me tell
That's
you
like
right
nothing.
now,
These things are probably
60 is
expensive
nothing.
shit.
It's nothing.
Not
Probably
gonna be
Crumbs.
much.
I think the skins, I think the legendaries are usually at least 2,000 coins. So
Oh.
you're gonna be waiting for those 60 coins every week for like the next like year to like
Yeah.
afford you know.
Jeez.
It's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like gameplay wise, kind of fun. Definitely need to work on some things. Battle Pass, oof, like that
Ooh.
shit's kind of
Needs work. Yeah, because I will say, I think Overwatch 2, I don't know if it's the honeymoon phase or if the game is genuinely good this time around. I mean, it was good the first time around too, but for me, I kind of fell off on Overwatch 1 probably like a year after the game came out, because I don't know, I think I was just really used to the system and then I kind of just got tired of it. But I think the 5v5 change, at first during the beta, I was very, as we talked about, I was very against the 5v5 change in the beta. I was like, this didn't feel good, the healers didn't really feel good. But I think since they took that feedback and they've really adjusted it and made it cater a little bit better, I think that 5-on-5 is working really good. It feels a lot better than I thought it would. So I'm enjoying it for sure. But I know they just had some changes recently with tanks. So some of the tanks just got some nerfs or some buffs. So they've been really looking into changing the gameplay up. But I think it feels amazing. It feels a lot of fun to get on and play and just squad up with people. And, you know, same old Overwatch is still toxic too. Like you get into games and people are still coming at you saying, "Where's my DPS at? Why aren't you healing?" All that people, you know. Same old. Nothing doesn't change.
Yeah. Same old experience. New game, same experience.
Yeah.
New game, same experience. Is it even a new game? Like, can we even call it a new game at this point?
Yeah, see, like calling it Overwatch 2, I'm like, it's Overwatch. Like, let's be real. It's not even 2, it's like 1.5. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know?
Shots fired.
Yeah, like I mean, like, to be honest, it's
Feels like that more so.
feels like that. And also, like I'm sure Howie knows this, but I don't know if you two know this. They're supposed to launch this with the PvE stuff, like the story mode campaign. We had no idea when that's coming out. That it didn't even come out with launch, but that was like the big market.
That was the reason why they made it 2.
I love that was the whole 2, right? Yeah.
That was the whole like marketing was surrounded on like, oh my god, you get to do all these like campaigns, you get to do this and new abilities, and you get to build. Yeah, who knows when that's coming out? Hopefully soon though, because I really want to play it.
Hopefully soon we'll be able to play that. But talking about another game from Activision Blizzard that just came out recently is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. MW2 came out with the campaign. And then multi. A little shade. It does have its PvE mode, all right? It's in there. With the campaign, multiplayer, and Spec Ops, and Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 just came out 2 days ago. Alex and I got to play this on TryHard Certified a couple weeks ago, so we got to do it for a TryHard Plays episode. Alex, I want to hear your thoughts about Call of Duty from like the time that we played.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you know, based on just a few hours that we got to play together, I enjoyed the game overall. I thought it was like just visually stunning from the fact that like when I first started getting into COD, I think my first one was Black Ops, and like that was around like 2010, and I was like on a controller, so it was just a very different experience for me. I definitely prefer mouse and keyboard when it comes to gaming, so really enjoyed like the game overall. I know that you noted it just felt so much different like gameplay wise from like the cadence of just like how fast you're pushing or kind of like movement wise too. And I found myself kind of like, I don't know, doing certain older techniques like you were calling out, like what is it, drop shooting or something
Drop
like
shot,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I was doing that a lot, so I got a lot of kills that way, which was kind of funny, but it was a good time.
Yeah, Call of Duty it's a game that like it's always the same every time, but they always add something a little bit different. I think that Infinity Ward, when they did Modern Warfare 2019, was the first time in a long time that Call of Duty felt like, oh, this is different. Like, this is not the same old Call of Duty formula that we've been playing for, you know, X amount of years. You know, going back to like Call of Duty 4 was kind of like when they changed that formula, and then going to Modern Warfare 2019 was like a reinvention of the wheel. And Modern Warfare 2022 again feels a lot like 2019, but it is a lot. It's a little bit different with the movement, because the movement in 2019 was very much, as we call it, like crackhead energy, because like basically you would just run around, jump around, slide around, all that stuff. But now you have to like dolphin dive, and just like all of this stuff is like a big change with the way that Call of Duty plays nowadays. And it took me a second, because when I first started playing MW 2022, I was like, this game is not it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. It's just doesn't feel good. I'm not liking the movement, the time to kill. But I gave it some time. I was like, let me just stick through it. And then by the time we started playing it on TryHard Plays, I was like, okay, I'm actually liking this game now. I'm getting it down. I'm figuring out how the movement works. I'm feeling more comfortable with my shooting and my movement. So now I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's been amazing and so much fun. I don't know if you got to play the campaign at all, Alex, too, but the campaign is incredible for this game too. It's really well done. I've been seeing some polls. People have been talking about ghosts from the original Modern Warfare 2 to ghosts to the 2022 Modern Warfare 2, and people were like debating like which ghost is better. And first of all, this ghost is 10 times better than the OG ghost. Like, I'm gonna say it. I know he's 10 times better because let's be real about the 2009 Modern Warfare 2. Ghost was only popular because of his mask and that he died in the game. That was the only reason why he was popular. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Look,
relax.
somebody's gotta say it.
God. What do you got against Ghost? Damn.
Yo, no hate, love Ghost in the original, but let's be honest with ourselves here. That's the only. What else did he do in the game? Let's be real. He got killed and he wore a mask.
Look, all right. So look. So basically, what I just heard is he got drip, right? One, that name, coolest name in the whole franchise. Everyone got Sergeant Pepper and all that other shit. Nah, he's like Ghost. Just call me Ghost. Don't worry about it. And yeah, he went out like a G. Not only did he die, Howie, he got betrayed. Right?
Okay,
my man was deep undercover, and they're like, but blow. After he cleaned out the whole airport, you realize how he fucked up that mental for him? You know what I'm saying? And then boom. So he goes out like a villain? Come on, man. Nah, he the GOAT.
Nah, listen. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He went out in the most, might have been top 3 most iconic first-person shooter scenes of all time. Like that is.
When they make the live-action movie, you know what scene's gonna be in the script?
That's one less loose end. Bow. That's it.
That one.
But like, look. You're right. But just. Oh, hear me out. Think about it. What else did Ghost do in that game? What else did he do? He barely, we barely heard from him, but he had no character depth. In this one in 2022, he actually has depth to his character. Like, he actually has reasons and motivations for the things that he does. You can see how he interacts with Soap more, and he's just, as a character, they evolved him a lot more in the newer game, which is why his character, I think, will live long. Well, not like live longer, like he died in the game, but I mean, his character will go on in like all the memes you're seeing on TikTok now and Instagram and everything like that too. He's blowing up. Everybody's making Ghost fan cams. Like, this is where we're at right now.
Look, man, he is. I don't want to compare Ghost to Ghost, right? Because that's just like, he gives you hits. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the GOAT. I was here to defend the first one because he was coming at it hot. I just had to put you in check real quick. That's it.
Now, you know it's out of love because Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite video game of all time. So it comes out of love. It's my number one.
I do know that.
So it's all love. But the campaign for this game was really well done. I think they did a great job with the cutscenes. I think the missions had a lot of variety in them. And it sets up, because there's rumors going around that the next thing they're going to do for Modern Warfare 2 next year will be an expansion, because they won't be doing a Call of Duty, a new mainline Call of Duty game next year. So they're going to be doing an expansion, and also come with the remastered MW2 maps from the 2009 game. So there is rumors that they're going to have a campaign add-on, a part of it. So I'm very curious to see where they go with the story, but you know, I can't say it's a big spoiler if you've played the original Modern Warfare series before, but the ending really sets up an exciting third game or an expansion. So yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is great. And I know Warzone 2 just came out. I don't know if you guys had a chance to play it yet. But Warzone 2, it's pretty normal, like Warzone. It feels like Modern Warfare 2 with the Warzone element to it. Haven't played enough to really say. But yeah, Warzone 2 just came out too, so make sure you guys check that out there. Going on from Modern Warfare, we're going to talk about a game that I played on TryHard Plays also recently, which was Bayonetta 3, which just came out on Nintendo Switch from Platinum Games. And it is I played a little bit of the first one going into 3, but 3 was like my first real experience with Bayonetta. You know, before I get into talking about what I thought of the game, I know somebody in here is a Bayonetta fan by the name of Veronika, and I know you haven't got a chance to play it yet, but do you have any like thoughts on Bayonetta 3 or just Bayonetta as a whole?
Love Bayonetta. Definitely finished the first one at one point because I know you got 1,000 games on your backlog. It was really fun. But yeah, I haven't played the third one. Don't know when I'm gonna get it, to be honest. I haven't heard too much about this game, which makes me think it's not that good. You know what I mean? I did see like a video of someone reviewing it who said that the combat could get like very like busy, and I saw some clips, and like low-key the game's always been kind of like busy combat, right? Like the cameras, whatever, but it feels like a lot more busier in this game. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, I hope it's good. But like from when I was watching you play it, like it looked fun. Like the transformation stuff was like fun to look at. I saw she can turn into a train. So like,
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't got that far yet. I don't think so. I have to sit wait for that.
yeah, like that's an aspect. Like she becomes like a train thing. So I'm like, great game of the year.
Yeah, game of the year, honestly. When I remember we were playing and whenever she was transforming and she was controlling the monsters, and I was like, oh, TOS, like, oh god, like,
Yeah.
wait a second, she's butt naked almost. So, but like, it was my first experience with Bayonetta, so I was like, I didn't know that's kind of how she transforms into her other abilities, and it took me by surprise. I was like,
That's
whoa,
Mother.
that is Mother, 100%. But no, Bayonetta, I think you mentioned that a lot of people haven't been talking about it. I think it's going to be one of those games that's like a silent hit. Like everybody knows that it's really good, but since, we're around the time of the year where it's award season, everybody's talking about God of War and Elden Ring, Overwatch 2 and Call of Duty just came out. So I think it came out in between where a lot of blockbusters were coming out. So
Yeah.
it's like one of those games people have forgotten. And also Pokemon's coming out like right after that. So I think it was just...
that, though.
Yeah,
Lost in the weeds, kind of.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I think it's one of those games. It's there. It's like Titanfall 2. That's how I compare it. Because Titanfall 2 is like a sleeper hit. And people are gonna think about it like later on in the year and in 2023. Like Bayonetta 3 was good. Like it was a good game. Like so far I've been playing it. I've been really enjoying it. I think it's been just so much fun. It runs pretty well on the Switch too. And the combat is busy, but it doesn't feel overwhelming, if that makes sense. Like it feels like there's a lot going on, but I'm not like, oh, I gotta like put this down and stop playing. It's just a lot of things happening at one time. But it's really incredible, and I definitely need to play through the rest. I think I'm gonna stick with 3, and then I'll go back to play 1 and then play 2 later. But I think the gameplay of it is really good. The characters so far seem pretty interesting, and I'm excited to learn more about Bayonetta and just kind of dive more into that world. So yeah, so far Bayonetta 3 is a great game. If you guys get the chance to play it on Switch, pick it up during Black Friday because I think it will be on sale. So make sure you guys check that out because that game is incredible.
Good call out.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of these games you're going to be seeing today will probably be on sale. But we were talking about God of War a little earlier. We're going to bring it back to Derrell to let him talk a little bit more. Bang!
Game of the year.
Go ahead, hit him.
Game
Is this
of the
is your
year.
game of the year?
Yeah. So far, I think because look,
it is,
it gives you everything, right? I'm a big when it comes to single player experiences. I don't like running around a world because I feel like you making me do all the work, right? This is some fantastic storytelling, especially considering that Part 4 never was supposed to happen, right? Like they were like God of War doesn't go past 3. But the director was like, no, this character, we haven't even begun to peel back these layers. And so it's off the rip, and you saw in that opening clip where he's just in the cave, just whittling away. He was doing like a 5-minute shot where it's just on his face, and you just kind of see him processing. And because of that, I don't know. I think this is exciting just to see a character that's been so destructive attempt to reconcile with his shit for like the 5th time. And of course, he tried to get out the game, but the game always drags him back in. And so boom, here you go, God of War, same old thing, but I'm a big fan of like a good cinematic fight as well. And God of War always had a good hand on that pulse, whereas it's like it's an immersive fight. It's a fight that does take skill. You're not dodging a million times like you would in like a Skyrim or something like that. And so I think it's that balance of like it's challenging, but it's also like I don't know. It's just there's layers, there's avenues to how you could approach your combat, and I always love that. So yeah, I only played a few hours, but like fire game so far. He starts with the dang swords pretty much instead of having to wait like 3 acts, and so it gets right to it. It gets right to it, and so cop it. It's a cop.
Yeah, as we saw in your stream the other day, that you're very much, you get into it very quickly. They hit you with, you're in the God of War world immediately. You're fighting people. You're fighting some of the biggest bosses in the game right off the bat. One of the criticisms that I have seen people say online is that it gets a little repetitive with the combat a little bit towards the middle of the game, and also that it's too similar to the 2018 game. I know you're only a few hours in, but how do you feel about the combat so far?
I could understand that criticism because I feel like they almost made this game for the fans of the combat of Part 4, right? Like a thing that I did in Part 4 was I hunted out all the Valkyrie queens and like found their helmets, fought their ghosts, fused the ghosts together, and made them fight how to fight the bigger queen. And that was the best part of the game. Oh, plus hunting the dragons. And so I think this is for those players who, we like this system of combat, and so I don't mind it being repetitive. Of course, I'm only a few hours in, so maybe I might get bored, but no, yeah, I'm a fan. Because even that being said, it's like the story, we kind of know what we're signing ourselves up for. Like they kind of hinted to it big time in Part 4, and so we knew it was gonna be him trying to be a better father. Like he doesn't call the boy at all anymore, which sucks.
Boo!
Calling him by his birth name and shit.
I made that whole counter on the stream. Like, is he gonna say boy yet?
Come on, man.
But like, also, I like that you call that out, that he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, and so this is definitely a progression of a story that we're already in, and so I think a lot of people are looking for something new when really it's part 2 from a part 1. Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense, because I think that was a lot of people's concern, but I think as long as if they make it so that there's more depth to the gameplay than the first one, then I think it's going to be all right. Because a lot of people, the debate's been going about the game of the year between Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, which we'll talk a little bit about in just a few, but it's going to come down to those two games as being the one to take it. And I know your pick.
Yeah, I might have to give it to God of War just because I feel like it's more of a fuller, satisfying game. Even though Elden Ring definitely has bigger strengths in certain avenues than God of War, I think God of War is just more well-rounded. So
absolutely, that makes sense. So that's going to be your pick, but a game that might be Veronika's pick for Game of the Year is going to be Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We'll throw this one to you since you just played it for the first time last night. Actually, well, this morning technically, because it was midnight when it came out. So you have, the floor is yours. Talk about Pokemon.
Dude, fun as hell so far. So if you guys played Pokemon Legends, the one that came out before this, it's another like open world game. So we're like actually just like going around the place. You are able to complete the story in any way you want. So there's no like linear progression. I think they said like you can do things on the side first if you want to. You can do all this stuff and whatever. Which is crazy. It's again open world, and you see Pokemon in the world instead of like having the random battles just like in Legends. So you can see them like interacting with each other, which is one of the things I love the most about Legends. Like they're in their like little habitat, the bird Pokemon, they're like in a flock together or flying around together. It's literally like you're just
that.
like they're treating them like animals, right? Like the way we like normally see them, like if they were real. So that's been really great. I've played 2.5 hours so far. Oh, and the legendaries on the screen right now, you meet them like not even 10 minutes into the game. You meet them like off the bat, and then I think so it looks like you get to like ride them. They're your like Pokemon to do like travel stuff with, which is kind of fun. I haven't been able to unlock that yet because I'm not there yet, but that's been interesting. That being said, there are a bit of graphic bugs in this game.
The rumors are true about the graphics, huh?
The rumors are true.
What is it saying?
Hold on, because I think I have a clip, Howie. I'm gonna send this to you, or like, do you have it from yesterday?
Yeah. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can
I'll
pull
send
it
to
up.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can pull it up and post it, or like show it there, that would be really great, because
Gotcha.
I think this will just speak for itself. And I did encounter a bug last night too. It wasn't too bad, but it was definitely like a pretty noticeable visual bug that I was like, ooh. Like,
All right, let's see. I'm gonna throw it up on the Twitter, so you'll see a little clip of it on here. But yes, here you go. And all of its glory is the clip of the graphical bug from the game. Oh man. Yeah, we'll do a replay of it too. So yeah, you'll see it come up, and you see just the graphics just slowly
They got
come
Fortnite
in.
playing?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
Yo,
Not
that's
so subtle.
not
so subtle.
so
You notice
subtle.
it even like when they have their like cinematic scenes, right, where it's like the people talking, or there's no voiceover, but like people talking, and then it transitions from one scene to another. It gets kind of choppy at the end, like as it's trying to fade, and I'm like, ouch, like.
Yeah.
They just kind of it's kind of not great.
But it's like, but how did they take that step back graphically and performance wise from Arceus? That's the one thing that's really weird.
I want to say, I'm not sure, but I feel like that game had a day one at launch patch to fix some things. This game didn't, so I don't know, because I feel like there was still some graphical stuff in that game. Oh yeah, the graphics went all into this thing, into this forming the terrestrialize.
Yep.
This
I was gonna say, they
Terrestrialized,
added
the
something
terrain.
new that broke the whole system.
This is
yeah.
this is the new gimmick for this game. So like all this like shiny stuff, I'm like, I guess that's where the budget went. Like not to everything else, but just for this.
And I also saw too that they developed Arceus and Scarlet and Violet at the same time too.
Yeah.
So they had two separate teams working on it, and you could tell which team was able to get the optimization just a little bit better with the Arceus team. So that's very weird how that happened.
Yeah, I feel like if they push this game back a little, and maybe we wouldn't have had these problems. But like honestly, I feel like they're gonna give us a patch in a bit, hopefully, and it'll be good. Because other than that, like I think the graphics are fun. Like I know people complain about Pokemon a lot not having like the craziest, like it doesn't look like Legend of Zelda, it doesn't look like Breath of the Wild, doesn't look like whatever. And I'm like, I don't think it needs to be honest. Like I think it's fine the way it is. Like this is a kid's game, literally.
Yeah, apples and oranges. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So I'm like, it's different. I don't mind that the fucking trees don't have like you know what I mean?
They're
like,
not ray tracing trees.
Yeah, no ray tracing trees. Like exactly. Like,
and to go off of that, I do think there's a conversation of like artistic liberties, right? And it's just like, if it looked realistic, it probably wouldn't feel as warm. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely also changed the art a little bit with these characters, with the models. They look different. I don't know if you've noticed, there's also like a lot more textures on them, and also the Pokemon themselves. Like they're not just smooth or anything. Like they do have their own textures now, which is like crazy. Like that's pretty cool. I think people don't give them enough credit for that, and I like the cartoony vibe of Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like I like that the people don't look real. I like that they look like this. So I agree. Like that they should take their own artistic liberties, do whatever the fuck they want. I like how they've been doing it. So I hope, I don't know, it stays this way, but yeah, like definitely a really fun game. I'm liking the overworld aspect of like seeing all the Pokemon. I think that's great. Literally loved it so much in Legends, and they're doing a great job of it in this game so far too.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally dive into RCS and then get into playing Scarlet and Violet, because I'm sure by then they'll probably have some performance issues patched up. But it seems like that's been just kind of the one critique from a lot of people. What I've seen is most people are liking the game a lot, but it is the performance issues that it seems. I guess it depends on which version of the Switch you have. If you have like the launch day edition, maybe you have it a little bit worse. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of like by players' experience. But so far it seems like it's really fun, and I'm definitely excited to dive into that too. And yeah, Pokemon's great, and Pokemon Arceus also got nominated for what we're about to talk about, is for the Game Awards. The Game Awards is finally going to be back live in LA at the Microsoft Theater like it normally is. And we're going to run through some of the nominees from this, because I think Derrell and maybe Alex are kind of going in blind with the nominees here, so this is going to be great.
It's been a pretty hectic week, so yeah, this is like me hearing what it is. Yep.
Yeah, it's been such a hectic, crazy week, but also this time of the year in general for gaming is always the most hectic and stressful out of any year. It's weird now because I think 2023 in the first couple of months is going to be crazy, but normally November, December time is when things just go crazy. As you can see a video on the screen, you guys will be able to see it, that there's some nominees, but I'll also go through these here on the webpage in as well. So let's go through all the categories. Should we start with Game of the Year, or should we just leave that towards the end?
That's definitely an ender.
All right, let's leave it to the end. Well, the first,
even though we know what the answer is.
Do we know what the answer? I don't know. We have the same one, but
we know what it is.
We'll have this team. Diving in to the first category, which is the best esports event. I don't think we have too much of an opinion on this one, but choices are EVO, the League of Legends World Championship, the CSGO PGL Major, the the League of Legends 2022 Missy's Invitational, and then Valorant Champions as the choices. So League got 3 nominees for best esports event. I'm biased, and I say League of Legends Worlds was like the #1 event of the year. I don't know if you guys have any opinion on that either, but yeah.
I only say that because I was like trapped on a train with a bunch of cats from Jersey, and they were all talking in like a language that I kind of understood, saying words, and I was like, wait, this is not English-ish. And they're all just usernames and they're talking strategy, and I'm like, wait a minute, they're talking about worlds right now? And so they're on their way to the goddamn New York circuit. So I probably got to give it to Worlds as well, just because I couldn't escape it. Like physically, I could not escape it. You know?
Veronika was there physically at the World Championship too in San Francisco. So
that's right.
She got to experience it for herself.
As someone who was there, I think it'll go to that. Not just because, like, I think the production was crazy, because it's Riot. Like, you know, the production
True. Yeah.
I think also just the fact that this was a really crazy, went to like a game 5, right? Like,
yeah, game 5 with DRX and T1. Yeah,
like that was cool. The storyline for this whole year and like leading up to Worlds also really cool. I enjoyed it so much, and I know the fans really liked it also, just because of like how much, like I think I mentioned this before to you guys in like a different call or something, but they did like a poll, I'm pretty sure, in the stadium or like, I don't know, online or something, and it was like 71% of people voted for the team that lost, that they're like, yeah, this team's T1's gonna win. And it was like 71% of people believe that, and then obviously there's like 29, right, that thought it was gonna be DRX, which is crazy. I just think it's like amazing. They had like a great Worlds. I think it'll go to them, honestly.
No, yeah, just to echo off of that, it's just thinking about the experience of a fan. Like, that's probably the best show to be at, you know, because even seeing the poll, so knowing everyone around you, how the room feels, and to be there for the upset. Yeah, no, they're doing something. I guarantee you, like, watch, like, you're gonna start seeing like ESPN put that graphic up for like football games and shit, you know, like half the stadium is expecting this, you know, the money line is this, and so shouts to Worlds.
Shout out to Riot.
Comeback story, like we appreciate an underdog story, you know. It's
always because I think DRX was, if I remember correctly, they were in the play-in stage to make it all the way to the championship, if I'm not mistaken. So they had a long road coming from, pretty much they were one game away from being knocked out to winning the championship. So amazing story. League of Legends also had 5 million viewers, non-Asian too. It was all like US, Europe, 5 million viewers for it, which I think was the most watched esports event too. So congrats to Riot on that. But that one's probably a likely one to win that one. They also have some more esports awards for best coach. They had best esports team. Just kind of going through some of the categories. Best esports athlete too, and kind of getting best esports game was also, they had Counter-Strike, Dota 2, League, Rocket League, and Valorant as those. And I'm gonna give it to League because again, League knocked it out of the park this year. So League or Valorant, I think, are top two.
Because the real answer is Apex, but whatever.
Apex wasn't even nominated, man. That's crazy,
like,
right?
Like snubbed.
There might be some snubs on this category though, and this one is for most anticipated game for 2023. The choices here are Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. As
see, that's cheap. That's cheap because they've been teasing it for years, right? They've been saying, "Oh, I'm gonna give it to you next week" for like 3 years, and so of course, that should not even be on the list. That you missed your deadline. Like that should not be on the list. That's a 2021 game. Like
I think they announced it in 20. Was it 2020? Was it 2019?
Yeah, I think so. And they're like spring.
Yeah.
We're like,
it was a while ago. But they have a release date. It's May 6th, 2023. So they have a release date for it. So at least we'll give them that. But Legend of Zelda, I'm like, I don't know. Will it come out next year? Who knows? My pick for most anticipated game was Final Fantasy 16, though. I'm very excited for that one. That's my number one.
That's pretty good. Are you excited for that one personally, or do you think it's gonna win?
For me personally, I am excited for it, but the one I think will win will probably be Legend of Zelda. I think that's a bigger household name after Breath of the Wild, so I think that's the one. Yeah, we're all in agreement on Legend of Zelda. All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is probably the easiest award. Is best adaptation from TV and film. So let me just go ahead and say it. Which one's probably going to win? It's going to be Arcane, League of Legends.
Yeah, you're talking about okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Arcane, League of Legends is probably going to win. Cyberpunk was also nominated.
They might walk away with like an Emmy. Wait, did they? They got nom though.
I think
they got an Emmy for.
Did they win it
or something? Yeah, let me check right now.
Sick.
They're winning. They're winning.
We'll get to the other nominees, which is Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, The Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted.
Yeah.
But like, it's Arcane.
Uncharted is an abomination. Like that is like, why even nom it? You just.
It was good. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was amazing, but I thought it was fine.
Did you play Uncharted games?
I've only played briefly the third. So
yeah. So no disrespect. Get out of this conversation right now. Just end the stream.
As David says, the Arcane soundtrack goes hard, low key.
Yes.
Not even low key. That's high key. That shit goes hard. It's so good.
It's well made. It's well made show. Well written.
It won.
Great art.
It won Best Animated Program for the
Emmys.
Boom. There it is.
Boom. I knew that had some.
Yeah.
It beat like Rick and Morty too. It beat like Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. It beat like a whole bunch of like known animated. So that's incredible.
No, because if Rick and Morty won over Arcane, like
that would have been crazy.
That would have happened.
That would have been my Joker
arc. Rick and Morty to this day, but like they're not doing anything new. You know. So.
Yeah, Arcane definitely deserved that one. They have some more awards for the best debut indie. And then we have Content Creator of the Year, which this one was a weird category because we have Carl Jacobs. Well, TryHard's certified. Write us in for that.
Next year.
Number one. Come on.
Next year we're in there. Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nebellion, No Brew, and QT Cinderella.
Nah, this one gotta go to Nebellion.
It does, but it's like, is he considered a content creator? That's my thing. Does it count?
As opposed to what?
Because he normally just tweets out like video game news. So I wouldn't say he's like a creator, but he is. It's like one of those things where it's like, okay, he is creating content, but you're thinking of creator, you think of like Twitch and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all that. So that's where I'm like, okay, yes, he is, but also kind of a fine line of the creator.
I mean, he's kind of like a editor, journalistic creator, if you think about it from that POV, you know.
I mean, since he's not doing that no more either, it's like, you know, we need to like give him his thanks some way, because it's like, yeah, he was doing a lot.
That was the MVP. It had notifications on for that man. Like, he had it on lock. So that's my guy. I think Nebelian should take that award out of anybody.
I think he should. Will he though? Like, I know that
saying
like
QTC.
Yeah, David saying QTC Hive rise up. I was like, all right, okay, David, I see you.
I think if anyone might win this, it's either Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, QTC. But I want Nebelian to win more than anything. So
that's some mad names.
I know, but like those are big fan bases. Like that's why I'm like, you know,
I could see Ludwig kind of sneaking in the win. Yeah,
that's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Especially like, everyone doing the Luddy right now. I don't know.
You're right, yo. Everybody's blowing up with the Luddy. So
it might happen.
He could sneak in and take it. So we'll have to see about that one.
Numbers are crazy. The algorithm like them.
Seeing like Valkyrie and everybody do it, he might take that one. But I'm curious what you guys think about best multiplayer. We'll kind of run through some of these nominees since we're running short on time. But best multiplayer, run through this one: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge as the nominees. Yeah, very specific from TMT. Yeah, that was very specific. For this one, I think it's gonna go down to Call of Duty or Overwatch 2. I think it's gonna be one of those. Because Multiversus, I think, started off really strong and it kind of fell off. Splatoon 3 was like an underrated, like I forgot that came out game. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, probably caught. Yeah, right.
I hate that it goes to like the regulars, because you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, I don't play Splatoon. I want to, but I don't.
Yeah, I definitely want to get in on that. Another game that's gotten nominated for a lot of awards is Elden Ring, and it's gotten nominated in the best role-playing section. So it's Elden Ring, Live a Life from Square Enix, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 from Monolith Soft and Nintendo. Listen, Elden Ring's gonna take this, I think.
Elden Ring's probably gonna take it. I wish Arceus
would. Don't think Pokemon might give him a run for the money because it was
I think it might, but like,
it was fresh.
Yeah,
it
was really
but
fun.
I don't know. Elden Ring is like, it's like a game that's a generational game. That and God of War Ragnarok are like, they're both generational games. It's like 2018 when it was Red Dead 2 and God of War, the first one, generational. So it's got to go between, you know, Elden Ring's got to probably take this one, but it could be a surprise. Who knows? Going through some more of the categories here. See, don't want to talk about the best action game, best VR AR, and don't need to talk about that.
Best performance.
Wait, like what's under best action?
Oh, best action. So it's a huge mixed bag. It's Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
All right, we like these.
Neon White, which has been an indie game that's been taking has been really blowing up on social media.
All right.
Sifu, actually, a game that you like.
Hey, let's go.
And then TMNT Shredder's Revenge as the action game category. Yeah, super weird.
But I gotta play this fucking Teenage Mutant game.
I think it's a remaster of all of the arcade TMNT games, and you can play it on Switch and PlayStation and all that stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so
it
has
the
like
barcade
all of the,
where I normally play it.
All of the barcade, all that stuff, right? As I'm looking forward to best. Oh, okay. Well, I see best performance. We'll go to best ongoing game because I'm curious about this one too. So we have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Genshin there.
He's like Genshin.
List, huh?
They're like Genshin. He's like, he really thinks he can fit in.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like people be talking about it, you know?
So yeah, like as someone who I haven't actually played Genshin since February, I think, or I logged on recently because I wanted a girl that came out recently, probably a couple months ago. I know, I know this because they came out with a new region this year, so like a lot of people came back and blah blah blah. So like low-key, I feel like Genshin might take it just because of how much content they've been putting out. But I feel like I don't know, Apex has been pretty solid.
Thank you. Because look, the thing about Apex is even when you hate the game, hate it,
Yeah.
you still come back and play for some reason, just like a sick-minded freak. Like you just, oh, you love losing, don't you? Oh, you love getting third-partied, huh?
Yeah,
just-
you
just
you
take
love
it.
that shit.
And you just fucking take it, yeah. And so, Apex really may hold out, you know.
And it's
I don't know,
like if you've seen those memes, it's like getting your like weekly dose of like Apex Legends third party.
Right.
And it's like, yes,
Yeah.
mom, it's time for it again.
Yeah,
My-
so I'm like,
yeah.
I think it should be a strong contender. You know, will it be? Don't know. I think it should.
I think this is weird to say, but I think this is going to be the closest category out of all of them because like all of these games they've been going on for so long and they're relatively still
Yeah.
good. So it's like okay,
Yeah.
but it probably will go down to Apex or Fortnite. I would love
Even,
to see
yeah,
it
I
be
do
Final
say
Fantasy
Fortnite has
14.
been having a great recent run right now.
Yeah.
Did Final Fantasy have like its last like ending to an expansion this year, or was that last year or something?
Endwalker was December of 2021. So since it was December,
So
it qualifies for the
it's-
Game Awards this year.
So that's a reason why I think maybe it might also be like a good contender for this, just
Mhm.
because of that. I know there was so much hype for it. Like I still see a lot of my friends playing this game or like even getting into it now, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that one also might be able to take it, to be honest. I think these are all really good choices.
Yes, literally, I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 and I've been playing through the game so I can get to Endwalker, which is the most recent expansion that came out last year. So the game is incredible and I would love to see it win. But honestly, I'm okay with any of these games winning. I have no, big preference here. I think all of them have had a really strong year this year. But you know what's been really strong too is the best performance category too,
All
which
right, let's
is
get into it.
full of bangers. First of all, so Horizon Forbidden West with Ashley Birch playing Aloy. That's the first
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay. We're talking about acting. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So best performance for
Oh.
awarded to an individual for voice acting, motion, or performance capture. So
Nice. Aloy's
Horizon
fire.
Forbidden West. Aloy was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Charlotte
she deserves
McBurney.
a live action.
This year.
Oh, they're getting a live action on Netflix.
Hey,
Actually,
the legend,
so-
the Zookies.
Zuko
Oh, is Prince Zook in the
I'm
building?
has
Trying to-
arrived.
He's
My
just
nephew.
chilling underneath. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
That's the Pokemon starter right there. It's Zuko.
Yes.
Continue on from there. A Plague Tale Requiem, Charlotte McBurney, who played the lead actress in that game, which I've heard is a great narrative game, but I haven't played it myself yet. God of War Ragnarok, Christopher Judge playing Kratos, of course, is going to be probably the heavy hitter to win.
Yeah.
Also,
Boy.
God of War Ragnarok is Sonny Soljic, who plays Atreus, so he will also
I don't
be
know about
nominated
the
as
boy.
well.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. He grew up a little too fast for me, and he just he's in his awkward phase, and so
okay, in the awkward
great
phase.
supporting character, but I don't know about best performer. Maybe best supporter, but I don't know.
Fair. And then the last one on this list is from, I haven't played this game, but it's called Immortality. Man Engage was nominated for
Ooh.
this, but a lot of people I've been seeing have been writing for Man Engage. So I don't know.
I've
This
been
is an
hearing good
incredible list of actors and actresses taking over. But I don't know. Christopher Judge is the boy, man. Like, he's got this locked up. So I don't know. I think he's got this one in the bag, if I'm being honest here.
I think so too. Yeah, like nothing to say. Like that's just amazing. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win. Like
Yeah.
deserved.
Yeah.
Mid-90s
Look,
stands
it's
rise up.
It's such a good voice, you know.
Yeah.
So good.
Definitely.
He's perfect role.
Is he the guy in the motion cap shoot, or is the facial performance a different thing?
I think he's the voice. No.
Just
I don't-
voice?
I
Yeah.
don't know who does motion capture. That's a
Mm.
good question.
I think it's the voice.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up later, but I'm very curious if he does motion capture.
We'll revisit this.
We'll revisit this whenever we have our Game Awards live stream, which we'll be doing during the stream, our co-stream, and we'll be doing the podcast the day after that. So make sure you tune in for that as well. We'll get into our last couple of awards here. Next one is, I think this one is a very big one for Derrell because of Let's Settle the Score on Bluelist TV. This is best score in music in a video game.
Oh man, let me hear these. Let me hear these.
This one, I take this back. This one might be the closest one. We have A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring. Elden Ring number 2, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, which is basically like a Doom FPS kind of ripoff, but the music for that is really good. And then Xenoblade
the
Chronicles
music is like Doom.
The music is like Doom. I've watched my friend play it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's like a Doom rhythm game, if that makes sense. It's a rhythm room FPS, which is
you
crazy.
only attack on the beat as it's going.
Now, see, I like so they might because of the layers, they might walk away with the dub.
And
like
that was sick.
Like
I don't know if I'll play it just because I'm so busy, but I watched my friend play it and I was really into it. I think it was cool.
I like that.
Yeah, awesome.
I have to listen to these. I don't need to play them. I'll just press play on Spotify because But you know what? It may not be like as amazing as God of War is. It may not get it just because like a lot of the themes so far are just callbacks from like the last one. So I don't know if they're gonna dock them points for that, but hopefully not. I don't know. Again, I'll play them all because I love a soundtrack.
It's a tough one. I think like Metal Hellsinger could be like the shocker winner, but I think it's going to come down to Elden Ring or God of War. I think it's going to come down to those two, just like pretty much most of the awards, and probably be for this one too, which is for best narrative. Which A Plague Tale got another nomination for this. I need to play this game because it's getting all of the noms. So A Plague Tale Requiem,
kind of a sleeper.
It's like a sleeper hit. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality, which is the game that had the best performance nominee too. So this looks like another tough category here too. But narrative wise, I think Elden Ring isn't really the best narrative game. It has narrative in it, but it's not like as linear as
to my point I was saying at the beginning of the episode, where it's like it's too open world. It's too, you could do whatever you want really, as opposed to, you know, God of War, where it's like, this is a story. You know, you are essentially playing a movie. Elden is definitely more of a game than
Elden's more of the experience, and God of War, like you said, is more of like you're watching a film, but you're playing a film, if that makes sense. So I think narrative wise, this one will have to go to God of War as well. Going on to another category is best game direction, and the category they say is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovative in game direction and design. And there's a game on here that Veronika is going to be very happy about, but I'll get into that. It's the very last one here. But the nominees for this one is Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality again, which I need to play this game. But last but not least is Stray, the cat game. Stray got nominated for this one. Let's go! Which I still need to play also. It's a 6-hour game. I should probably wrap it up in a day. But Stray got nominated for this.
No. I have not played it, but I mean, I love cats. And I love the idea of this game, you know. It just screams indie, you know, so I love that.
I think it deserves it. Not just because I'm biased, but like I think it's just like so, you know, like you're playing as a cat, right? And like they incorporate a lot of like what it means to be a cat in the game, which is crazy, especially because you're doing combat as a cat. You're going around the world as a cat. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like what you do is surrounded by like the limitations of a cat and like the robots and everything. It's like, it's cool. I think it's so unique and great. And like, honestly, I'm really happy it got this. I hope it wins. Honestly, I really, really hope it wins. I think it deserves it.
I think Stray also has the 4th most nominations too. I think it has 6 nominations throughout the Game Awards in total. So yeah, so it's number 4. Yep.
Love that.
Very exciting. But we're gonna get into the big bang, the big one, the one that everybody's been waiting for, which is Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. So this is the cream of the crop in 2022. There were some games I thought maybe got snubbed, but I think overall this is the best list that they've had for a Game of the Year nominee list in a while. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Starting off with A Plague Tale Requiem, once again getting another nomination. Elden Ring from Software, God of War Ragnarok, Sony Santa Monica, Horizon Forbidden West from Guerrilla Games and Sony. Another fan favorite, which is Stray, got nominated for Game of the Year.
Wow.
And
let's go.
To wrap it up, from Nintendo, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That is your Game of the Year nominee list.
It's not Nintendo, I'll tell you that right now.
Not Nintendo. Right there.
How much they pay to get on that list? Because that it's like everybody in. It's like, oh no, not you. Like, what the hell? Like,
but this game actually was highly rated and highly touted by gamers, so it's a lot of people were really excited to see this game on the list. It's like, there you have it, right?
I mean, I guess, but
okay. But let's ask the question: which game do you think is going to take the Game of the Year?
All right, let's all say it at the same time. Let's all say our answer
on the count of 3. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Elden Ring.
Stray.
One Stray. When I hear so much Stray.
No. Listen,
I'm going Dark Horse.
I think Stray deserves it. I don't know if it'll win. I think
I'm going Dark Horse. You know, I think you convinced me with the spiel about like how unique the perspective is of just like the game and just like the mindset you gotta be in to advance in that game. I think it's just different, and because of that, like, you know, why not? Elden Ring will live. They know this game it's a game of a year. You know, give it to Stray, because the more we turn our back on games like Stray, the more we get like 5 Call of Duties in a year. And so, you know, like we have to support Stray. We have to.
Yeah, it is very unique.
Yeah, it's really hard for independent games to, you know, win these awards. And I think, did Hades win last year or 2020 or did it get nominated? I can't remember.
I think it did. I think it did win, actually.
I think Hades might have won, but that's like, again, a very rare instance where an independent game was way better than like a AAA multi-platform or exclusive game. So it's very difficult, but Stray,
it is hard because Elden is very good, and God of War is also very good.
It's like all you heard people talking about all year.
It's like very because here goes the thing. Like, my last note about God of War, and I swear to God, I'm done. But all of 4 is pretty much him poking a bear that you do not get to fight until part 5. You know what I'm saying? And so part 5 is nothing but smoke. It's just smoke. That's it. Yeah. You wanted it. Here it goes. And so,
he's like, I want all of the smoke, every ounce of it. And also, David, God of War won in 2018. But yes, continue, Veronika.
No, I was just gonna say, David said I want 6 Call of Duties a year if I can get it, 10 even.
You are a monster.
Yo, he's not wrong. We want 6. I want Black Ops 7, 8, 9, 10 all in 1 year.
So when you get a new Call of Duty, you just never go back, right? Is that like, just like, what's sick behavior? Those are full price games.
The only
full price games.
The only ones I would maybe go back to are either like Modern Warfare 2 OG, COD 4, or I would go back to a Treyarch game for zombies. That's the only time I would go back. Other than that, I'm on the new shit. I'm like, I'm good. I'm on that new.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the new zombies before I come back, because I haven't played a Call of Duty in damn near a decade.
Zombies is incredible.
I liked it. I don't know. Tapped out, I guess.
Tapped out. Yeah, you uninstall the old one and never look back. But, you know, this category, I think a lot of people are really sleeping on Stray and Xenoblade and A Plague Tale, can't even talk. A Plague Tale and Horizon Forbidden West. Because they're like, oh, Elden Ring God of War is going to win, which is more than likely to happen, but there's a lot of great games on this list that could be like a shocker. Like, everybody could just vote for Stray, and then people are like in the nominees are like, let's gonna vote for Stray and we'll make that the game of the year. So there's a lot of really good picks.
Sorry, what was Alex and Howie, like, what were your choices? I don't remember.
I heard Elden Ring.
I said Elden.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
played it personally, but just based on the hype and what I've been hearing. Yeah.
For me, Elden Ring, but they want to play God of War before I fully confirm that's what I pick. But
Listen,
I don't know. Elden Ring was a game changer for me, man. I put 110 hours into that game, and
Oh.
I started a new
Man.
game plus on it too. Like, I love Elden Ring. I think it
Went
is
back for
so.
more.
I was like, I want more punishment.
Double dip.
Well, it's definitely God of War over Elden for me,
Mhm.
just because again we're talking about like the full
package,
well-rounded experience, and so
Yeah.
I think you get a lot of Elden Ring in God of War, but then you get like a lot of Horizon in God of War as well, you know.
Yeah.
And so only thing
Yeah.
is missing is a little bit of Stray. So
Just missing a little stray in there, because they're also just two different types of RPGs. Like, Elden Ring is very much kind of like you get into this world, you kind of create your own destiny with it. You have to struggle to get all the way to the end of the game. You will die. Like, it's very, unless you're like, there's some other guy that just did like a no-hit run on all of the From Software games. So he's a god. But other than that, most of the time you will die in these types of games. So it's all about like getting better, getting the right gear, going through the right places to explore. But then you go to God of War Ragnarok, you're in a tight, condensed, linear story that keeps you on a roller coaster throughout, and great combat.
not
and great
that
depth.
tight, because look, there's gonna be side missions where you can get your armor, get ready for a proper fight, you know, yada yada yada, because your boy was dripped out in part 4 when I was fighting them Valkyries, you know. Especially, look, one of them fights and like the whole world is just like in a red mist that just eats your health away, and so
Ooh.
I just had to wear armor that like didn't eat too much away, right? It just kind of reduced it a little bit, but nah, she was putting the work on me, and shouts to her for real.
Yeah, you were playing on the hardest difficulty too. Let's not
I
let
like
that
I like
be
the smoke.
go unnoticed. You're on the
God of War mode.
hardest. You were
Yeah.
insane for that, because I could not. I could not off the rip. He was out here
No,
ducking
yeah.
and weaving. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy Game Awards show. I think it's going to be awesome, and we're looking forward to a lot of the nominees, but also there's going to be a lot of surprises too. So we're going to have a typical game reveal. So we're going to see who's bringing what to the table, since we haven't had a Sony showcase this year, and Xbox hasn't had one since E3 a time. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to look forward to. But we're picking Elden Ring. Alex and I, Veronika and Derrell are going for Stray here, and that kind of wraps up our first edition of TryHard's Cooldown. I think we've said
Let's
everything we
go.
needed to say. The next time you guys are going to see us will be in a few weeks on December 9th. It will be the day after the Game Awards. We're going to be talking about the nominees and talking about some of our biggest reveals that we enjoyed. And don't forget also, the day before, we'll be doing our Game Awards co-stream. So if you want to watch Game Awards with us, you can come in the chat, come talk with us. We'll be reacting to it live, and it's just going to be so much fun. It's going to be a well of a time. So that'll be
sir.
next time you'll see us on for TryHard's Cooldown and podcast purposes. But we'll be back on December, if I'm not mistaken, December 6th. Or maybe no, the week before. I take that back. November 29th. Veronika and I will be playing Warzone 2.0. So we'll be back
Ooh,
here for
fun.
that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And that kind of wraps up. So does anybody have any final thoughts? Anything you want to throw out as we wrap up?
Vote Stray Game of the Year, and that's it.
Yeah. Vote Stray, play God of War, drink water, and I'll see y'all in a few weeks.
That's that. Alex, you got anything?
Yeah. Also hoping to see Stray kind of change things up, and yeah. Also check out Horizon Forbidden West. That's a game I've
Truly.
played recently.
I gotta finish
and
that one,
just-
but
I
man.
gotta finish it
Yeah.
same exactly. But just throwing it out there.
Yeah, incredible games, and I know 2023 is going to be even bigger with that. And we'll have a lot more to talk about in our next podcast. And before we wrap up, I'll say one thing from David in the stream. He said, W stream, W panel, L COD opinions. L COD opinions.
Whoa,
So,
whoa.
come at us
My
with
man
Call
out here
of
trying
Duty.
to take out a loan just to, pick up a
You out here,
P90. Like,
you
relax.
out here with Activision and Blizzard. He's riding for him. You know what I mean?
Relax.
Thank
Dang,
you guys
I'm
so
seeing
much.
Sifu getting
man.
hella, just real quick. Sifu's getting hella noms. Yeah, nice.
As it
Go
should.
play
It
Sifu
got
too.
It got best fighting game and then best action game nom. So it needed.
It's winning best fighting. It's winning best
nominations.
fighting. That shit is so good. That shit
Yeah.
is addictive. Okay, that's it. That's all I had to say.
That's all you had to say. Well, thank you guys
For now.
once again. Oh.
No, I'm saying for now. You know.
I'll hit it with the oop. Yes, thank you guys so much once again for tuning into the stream. Thank you to everybody that came in to just leave a comment and talk about awards. And thank you to the panel that came on to talk today. And we'll be back in a few weeks with some more. And hope you guys enjoyed and stay safe. And we will see you after Thanksgiving for some more Try Hard plays.
Au revoir.